The relationship between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is once again dominating headlines, following the couple's unexpected and coordinated decision to skip the Grammy Awards. What initially appeared to be a simple absence quickly escalated into widespread speculation, disappointment among fans, and growing rumors that the pair may be preparing for a major personal milestone, possibly even marriage. Taylor Swift's absence from the Grammy Awards immediately raised eyebrows. As one of the most influential figures in modern music, Swift has long been a central presence at the ceremony, whether as a nominee, performer, or cultural focal point. This year, however, fans watching the red carpet and broadcast were left surprised when Swift did not appear in any capacity. The surprise deepened when Travis Kelce was also notably absent from Grammy-related events, fueling questions about whether the couple had made a deliberate and unified decision to step back. Reaction from fans was swift. Social media platforms filled with comments expressing disappointment, confusion, and curiosity. Many fans had anticipated seeing Swift celebrate the music industry alongside her peers, especially given her recent professional momentum. Others questioned why Kelce, who has frequently shown public support for Swift, did not attend as a guest. The silence from both camps only intensified the conversation. Sources close to the situation suggest that the decision was not last minute, nor the result of scheduling conflicts. Instead, Swift and Kelce are said to be intentionally prioritizing their private lives amid unprecedented public attention. Over the past year, their relationship has evolved under constant media scrutiny, turning even routine outings into headline news. According to insiders, both have become increasingly protective of their time together, choosing meaningful moments over high-profile appearances. Industry observers have noted a subtle but consistent shift in Swift's public behavior. While she remains professionally active, her personal visibility has become more controlled. She is reportedly limiting appearances that do not align with her current priorities. Kelce, meanwhile, is said to be mirroring that approach, reducing off-field exposure and focusing on a smaller, more private circle. The alignment in their behavior has not gone unnoticed. This change in pattern has prompted renewed speculation about the seriousness of their relationship. In celebrity culture, withdrawing from major public events is often interpreted as a sign of deeper commitment behind the scenes. Analysts point out that Swift, in particular, has historically guarded her privacy more closely during pivotal moments in her personal life. For longtime followers, the parallels are difficult to ignore. The Grammy absence has therefore taken on symbolic weight. What could have been dismissed as a routine scheduling choice is now being framed as a quiet statement, one that suggests Swift and Kelce may be entering a more settled, intentional phase of their relationship. Rumors of engagement have gained traction, though no evidence or official confirmation has emerged to support those claims. At the same time, some voices urge caution. Entertainment commentators warn against overinterpreting silence and absence, emphasizing that public figures are entitled to personal boundaries without those choices carrying hidden meanings. Still, the consistency of Swift and Kelce's recent decisions, coupled with their continued refusal to address the speculation, has only sustained public curiosity. As of now, neither Taylor Swift nor Travis Kelce has issued a statement regarding their decision to skip the Grammy Awards or the marriage rumors circulating online. Their representatives have also declined to comment. Yet, in the absence of clear answers, the narrative continues to grow, shaped by observation, patterns, and public fascination. For fans, the story has shifted from disappointment to anticipation. Missing the Grammys may have closed one door, but it appears to have opened another. A deeper look into a relationship that seems increasingly defined by intention rather than spectacle. Whether or not wedding bells are in the future remains unknown, but one thing is certain: every move made by Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce now carries significance, and the world is watching closely for what comes next. Behind the headlines and social media reactions, the absence from the Grammy Awards has become a turning point in how the public interprets this relationship. Entertainment insiders note that the shift is not just about skipping one awards show, but about a broader pattern that has quietly developed over recent months. Swift and Kelce have been seen less frequently at large-scale public events, opting instead for controlled appearances or moments that appear deliberately understated. This change has fueled a growing narrative that the couple is actively redefining how they engage with fame. For Swift, whose career has unfolded almost entirely under intense public scrutiny, the decision to step back carries particular weight. Observers point out that at earlier stages of her life, Swift often used visibility as part of her artistic dialogue with fans. Now, the reduced exposure suggests a different priority, one centered on stability rather than constant presence. Kelce's role in this dynamic has also drawn attention. Known for his charismatic and outgoing personality, the NFL star has historically been comfortable in the spotlight. Yet in recent weeks, he has appeared noticeably more reserved, limiting interviews that touch on his personal life and redirecting focus toward his professional commitments. This synchronized shift has strengthened speculation that the couple is operating with a shared understanding and long-term mindset. According to media analysts, public disappointment over the missed Grammy appearance may actually underscore how invested fans have become in the relationship's narrative. What began as curiosity has evolved into expectation, with audiences tracking not only professional milestones but personal choices as well. The Grammy absence disrupted that expectation, creating a sense of unanswered questions that continues to drive engagement. In celebrity culture, moments like these often become retrospective markers. Analysts are already comparing the situation to other high-profile couples who reduced their public footprint shortly before announcing major life changes. While no direct parallels can be confirmed, the comparison alone has amplified speculation. Fans dissect interviews, past lyrics, and body language, searching for subtle clues that might hint at what comes next. Industry sources suggest that Swift's current phase is characterized by intentional pacing. Rather than reacting to public pressure or trending conversations, she is believed to be taking a measured approach to both her career and personal life. This strategy contrasts sharply with earlier eras defined by rapid releases, frequent appearances, and constant media dialogue. The difference has not gone unnoticed by longtime followers. For Kelce, aligning with this pace may signal a deeper level of commitment. Sports commentators have noted that balancing an elite athletic career with a global pop icon's level of fame is no small feat. Choosing to step back from high-profile moments could be interpreted as an effort to protect the relationship from external noise, especially at a time when speculation has reached a peak. Despite the mounting theories, official silence remains the dominant theme. Representatives for both parties have declined to offer clarification, allowing the story to evolve organically through observation rather than confirmation. This absence of direct communication has effectively shifted control of the narrative to the public, where interpretation often outweighs fact. Cultural commentators argue that this dynamic reflects a broader shift in how modern celebrities manage visibility. In an era where constant updates are expected, deliberate quietness can be a powerful statement. Whether intentional or not, Swift and Kelce's low-profile approach has redefined the conversation, turning absence into intrigue and restraint into perceived significance. As the discussion continues, attention has also turned to what the couple chooses to do next. Any appearance, no matter how small, is now framed as meaningful. A casual outing, a shared photograph, or even continued silence is scrutinized for intent. The pressure of expectation remains high, yet both appear committed to maintaining their chosen distance from speculation. Ultimately, the story is no longer just about missing an awards ceremony. It has evolved into a broader examination of how two high-profile figures navigate love, privacy, and public demand simultaneously. Fans who initially expressed disappointment are now closely watching for subtle developments, aware that in this context, quiet decisions often speak louder than grand gestures. Whether the rumors of engagement or marriage hold any truth remains unknown. What is clear, however, is that this chapter has shifted the tone of the relationship's public perception. No longer defined by spectacle or constant visibility, it is now associated with deliberation, restraint, and the possibility of long-term intention. As speculation continues to swirl, one reality stands firm. The absence from the Grammy Awards has become a defining moment, not because of what was missed, but because of what it suggests. In choosing privacy over prominence, Swift and Kelce have transformed a single decision into a narrative that continues to unfold, quietly, deliberately, and under the watchful eye of a global audience. As the conversation continues to unfold, the narrative surrounding Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has taken on a noticeably more serious tone. What was once framed as a high-profile celebrity romance is now being discussed in far more deliberate terms, with industry insiders, cultural analysts, and fans alike examining every recent development as part of a larger trajectory. In the days following their absence from the Grammy Awards, attention quietly shifted away from red carpets and acceptance speeches toward patterns that had previously gone unnoticed. Observers began mapping out timelines, noting how Swift and Kelce's public decisions over the last several months appeared increasingly aligned. Fewer spontaneous appearances, tighter circles, and a noticeable emphasis on privacy all seemed to point in the same direction. Entertainment journalists have since reported that Swift is currently in one of the most controlled public phases of her career. Despite her continued dominance on streaming platforms and global charts, she has deliberately avoided unnecessary exposure. Insiders describe this period as one focused on long-term balance, where professional obligations are carefully weighed against personal well-being. This marks a departure from earlier eras defined by constant engagement and media saturation. Kelce, meanwhile, is said to be making similar adjustments. Known for embracing media attention throughout his NFL career, he has recently shown a more measured approach. Interviews have become more guarded, with personal questions gently deflected. Off the field, he has been spotted spending extended time away from traditional celebrity hotspots, reinforcing the impression that his priorities are shifting. This alignment has fueled a growing belief that the couple is operating with a shared vision. Cultural commentators suggest that when two figures at the peak of their respective industries begin making parallel lifestyle choices, it often signals a deeper level of coordination. In this case, that coordination is being interpreted as preparation for a more permanent chapter, even if no formal announcement is imminent. Fans, initially disappointed by the missed Grammy appearance, have gradually reframed their reactions. Online discussions now focus less on what was lost and more on what may be forming behind the scenes. Many longtime followers of Swift have noted that she has historically guarded her privacy most fiercely during periods of significant personal transition. The current silence, therefore, is seen by some not as absence, but as intention. Media analysts caution that speculation can easily outpace reality, yet even they acknowledge the unusual consistency of recent developments. Unlike fleeting rumors fueled by isolated sightings, this narrative has been built on sustained behavioral changes. The decision to skip one of the music industry's most visible events is now viewed as part of a broader pattern rather than an isolated choice. Within the entertainment industry, quiet decisions often carry as much weight as public statements. Choosing not to appear, not to comment, and not to clarify can be a strategic form of communication. In Swift and Kelce's case, that restraint has only intensified public interest. Every day without confirmation seems to add another layer to the story rather than bringing it closer to resolution. As weeks pass, anticipation continues to build around what their next move might be. A joint appearance, however subtle, would likely dominate headlines. At the same time, continued silence would further reinforce the perception that this relationship is being intentionally protected from external pressures. Either outcome carries significance, underscoring how closely the public is watching. For now, the narrative remains suspended in a space between curiosity and expectation. There are no official statements, no visible milestones, and no clear answers. Yet the absence of spectacle has, paradoxically, become the most compelling element of the story. By stepping away from moments designed for visibility, Swift and Kelce have allowed their choices to speak in quieter, but more resonant ways. Ultimately, this chapter is being defined not by grand gestures, but by restraint. What began as disappointment over a missed awards show has evolved into a broader conversation about commitment, intention, and the evolving nature of celebrity relationships. Whether or not wedding bells are on the horizon remains unknown, but one conclusion feels increasingly solid. This is no longer a fleeting headline romance. As the public waits for clarity, the story continues to grow, not through announcements, but through silence, pattern, and perception. In an industry driven by constant exposure, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have transformed absence into narrative power, leaving fans and observers alike watching closely for the moment when quiet choices finally give way to undeniable confirmation. As days turn into weeks, the silence surrounding the couple has only amplified the narrative rather than cooling it down. In the fast-moving world of celebrity news, where attention often shifts within hours, the sustained focus on this single decision speaks volumes. Commentators note that public fascination has lingered not because of new revelations, but because of the absence of them. No interviews, no clarifications, no carefully worded statements, just a noticeable pause that feels deliberate. This pause has prompted many to reassess the trajectory of the relationship from the beginning. Early on, their connection was framed as unexpected yet refreshing, bridging two vastly different worlds: global pop superstardom and elite professional sports. Initially, the visibility worked in their favor, generating excitement and positive coverage. Over time, however, that same visibility intensified, turning every appearance into a spectacle and every absence into a question mark. Insiders suggest that the couple reached a natural crossroads. With careers that already demand extreme discipline and public exposure, the added pressure of constant scrutiny may have accelerated the need for boundaries. Rather than allowing the narrative to be shaped entirely by external voices, they appear to be reclaiming control through restraint. In this context, skipping a globally televised awards show becomes less about avoidance and more about prioritization. Industry veterans argue that this approach reflects a broader evolution in celebrity culture. The traditional model of constant engagement, red carpets, award shows, viral moments, is increasingly being challenged by figures who recognize the long-term cost of overexposure. Choosing when not to appear can be just as strategic as choosing when to step into the spotlight. For a couple of this magnitude, every decision is amplified, and every quiet moment is interpreted. Public reaction has also matured alongside the story. While initial responses centered on disappointment and confusion, the tone has gradually shifted toward analysis and anticipation. Fans are no longer asking only why the couple skipped one event. They are asking what this moment represents. The conversation has moved from surface-level curiosity to deeper speculation about values, priorities, and long-term plans. Some cultural analysts point out that relationships under this level of attention often fracture or fade quickly. What makes this situation stand out is the opposite response: consolidation rather than expansion. Instead of increasing visibility to satisfy demand, the couple appears to be narrowing their focus. This has led to the perception that their bond is being strengthened privately, away from the noise that often destabilizes high-profile relationships. At the same time, the lack of confirmation has created an open-ended narrative that continues to drive engagement. Each new development in either of their professional lives is viewed through the lens of the relationship. Career moves, scheduling choices, and even continued silence are treated as potential indicators of something more personal unfolding behind the scenes. Observers emphasize that no concrete evidence has emerged to support claims of an imminent engagement or wedding. Yet the persistence of such rumors highlights how strongly the public associates privacy with seriousness. In a media environment saturated with constant updates, choosing not to share can be interpreted as a sign of something worth protecting. The situation has also reignited discussion about the emotional toll of fame. For someone who has lived most of their life in the public eye, the decision to pull back can reflect a desire for normalcy that fame rarely allows. Aligning with a partner who appears willing to make similar sacrifices only reinforces the perception of mutual commitment. As the narrative stretches on, one thing becomes increasingly clear. This story is no longer driven by isolated events, but by accumulation. Each quiet day adds weight to the theory that the couple is intentionally shaping a future that does not rely on constant validation from headlines or public appearances. The missed awards show, once the central focus, now feels like the opening chapter of a much larger shift. Whether or not a formal announcement ever comes, the current phase has already altered public perception. What began as a headline-grabbing romance has transitioned into a case study in modern celebrity restraint. The lack of spectacle has not diminished interest. It has refined it, turning casual observers into attentive watchers of subtle detail. For now, the story remains unresolved, suspended between speculation and silence. And perhaps that is precisely the point. By stepping back at a moment when visibility was expected, the couple has redefined the terms of attention. In doing so, they have ensured that when the next chapter finally reveals itself, whatever form it takes, it will land with far more impact than any red carpet appearance ever could. What continues to keep this story alive is not a single dramatic revelation, but the accumulation of subtle choices that feel increasingly intentional. In the absence of official confirmation, the public narrative has been built almost entirely through observation. Every canceled appearance, every declined invitation, and every quiet weekend away from the spotlight has added another layer to the perception that something significant is unfolding behind closed doors. Media outlets note that this period marks one of the rare moments in recent years when Taylor Swift's personal life is not being actively narrated by her own words or creative output. There are no cryptic interviews, no symbolic social media posts, and no lyrical breadcrumbs to analyze in real time. Instead, there is restraint. For an artist whose career has often intertwined personal experience with public expression, that restraint stands out sharply. Travis Kelce's role in this quieter phase has become an equally important part of the conversation. As a high-profile